mortals, Dovahkiin.
Alright, let's equip the Dragon Rend. I'd recommend having this in your quick slots, by the way. Mortal, Finite, Temporary. Your voice lashes out the dragon's very soul, forcing the beast to land. And it has quick charge, too. Like 15 seconds at max.
Die now, and await your fate in Sovngarde.
You are too late, Alduin.
My power has waxed. My force has waned.
Crap, he hits hard. Be careful, like all dragons, you can be instantly killed if you don't keep your HP up. Wow, it went down again quickly.
You may have picked up the weapons of my ancient foes, but you are not their equal. Knees more, Dovahkiin. You have become strong. But I am Alduin, firstborn of Akatosh, beloved Zoklat. I cannot be slain here by you or anyone else. You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal.
Lot Kongrach. You truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory. Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Matmahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies, Yes, but your Soom is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need. I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me. Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
Alright, now, I want to explain this a little bit, because this actually is an interesting little perk to have. It is a permanent perk until you talk to Parthenax to change your meditation. The Fus, or Force, will apply the effect of Force without effort, giving you a 25% increase in stability against staggering, and a 25% chance of opponents being staggered. This applies to most attacks with a stagger effect, such as Power Shot, Power Batch, and regular power attacks. Unrelenting Force and Shield Charge can also do these as well when the enemy is not knocked down. It, however, does not affect Destruction School perk Impact. It achieves its stagger effect through damage inflicted by a particular spell. It does stack with the Heavy Armor perk Tower of Strength for 75% less stagger. This reduces the stagger applied by dragons by landing or crashing near the player, resurrected dragons bursting out of the ground, regular power attacks, and traps, and any enemies that use shouts. So if you have that plus Fus, learning it, you can't be staggered. You have 75% less stagger plus the 25% from that, you're immune to stagger. It's a good combination if you have the heavy armor perk item. So, Fine or Fade basically increases health regeneration while you have the Become Ethereal Shout activated by 25%. This only applies to the Become Ethereal Shout. You can use this when you're a vampire to regain your HP, even if you're in sunlight. So it's a good tactic to use for Dawnguard players, which I'll probably be using quite often. The Yol, or Fire effect, increases damage dealt by Fire Breath by 25%. This increase is questionable against higher level enemies or higher difficulties, where the damage is still minimal while facing enemies with large health bars. If you use a weakness of Fire Potions on a weapon and apply it to the enemy, like picking their pockets and, poisoning them with it, it will drastically decrease their resistance to fire, obviously, as well as your perks, so that's a good combination for thieves that like the fire shout. I'm going to go with Fine because it's one of my favorite shouts, so.
Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad sie. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum arc mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength.
Alright, I now have the Ethereal Spirit ability. Yeah, the effects you get are Force Without Effort, Ethereal Spirit, and the Fire Within. I highly recommend that you get the Fine one, just for the sake of strategics. Anyway, that is it for this set. That is the end of set 2. I hope you guys are enjoying the LP. I know I am. So I shall see you in set 10, where we do something and have lots of fun. I don't know. Bye.